but that's alright. Hush.
Let us study the examples on die. Let us see first example. An unbiased die is rolled. Find the probability of getting a score. First one, an even number. Second one, less than 5 but not less than 2. And third one, that is a multiple of 3 or 5. The random experiment is rolling a die. There is only one die. So sample space S is equal to the possible outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have n of S is 6. Now we should find, we require to find the value of n of A. That's why consider A be an event that the score is an even number. So A is equal to 2, 4, 6. We have to just select even numbers from S. We have 3 even numbers 2, 4 and 6. So A, it is equal to 2, 4 and 6. Number of sample points in A, that is n of A is 3. We have formula for P of A, n of A divided by n of S. N of A is 3, n of S is 6. So the answer is 0.50. Now second event, it is B. Let B be an event that the score is less than 5 but not less than 2. So we have to consider the elements from sample space S with the condition that the score is less than 5 but not less than 2. It includes only 3 numbers 2, 3 and 4. So n of B is 3. P of B is n of B divided by n of S. It is 3 upon 6. So P of B is 0.50. So there is 50% possibilities that the number will be the score is less than 5 but not less than 2. Let C be an event that the score is multiple of 3 or 5. Multiple of 3 or 5 means we have to set the numbers which are multiple of 3 also, and multiple of 3 and multiple of 5 both. Okay, so multiple of 3 means we have two numbers 3 and 6, and multiple of 5 it is 5. So finally we have C is equal to 3, 5 and 6. So n of C is 3 here. P of C is n of C divided by n of S. It is 0.50. So let us consider second example. 2 fair dice are thrown. Find the probability that the total score is 10 and sum of score is a prime number. When we are tossing 2 coins or 2 dice simultaneously, we will have the outcome n of S is 36. Let A be an event that the total score is 10. The total score is 10. So we have to select the pairs whose sum is 10. Okay, so we are selecting these 3 pairs whose sum is 10. First pair is 4, 6. It means 4 plus 6 it is 10. 5, 5, 5 plus 5 it is 10. 6, 4, 6 plus 4 it is 10. So we have selected these 3 pairs whose sum is 10. So n of A is 3. P of A is n of A divided by n of S. 3 upon 36 it is 0.83. Let B be an event that sum of score is a prime number. So we require to understand what will be the least sum and what will be the highest sum. The least sum will be of these two numbers. 1 plus 1, it is 2. And the highest sum will be 6 plus 6, it is 12. So we require to consider the numbers which are prime in between 2 and 12. So we just consider the numbers from 2 to 12, and the number should be prime numbers. So those numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. So we have to find the pair whose sum is 2, whose sum is 3, whose sum is 5, whose sum is 7 and whose sum is 11. So the pairs are 1 1, 1 2, 2 1, 1 4, 2 3, 3 2, 4 1, 1 6, 2 5, 3 4, 4 3, 5 2, 6 1, 5 6, 6 5. So n of b is 15 here. P of b is n of b divided by n of s. It is 15 divided by 36. So final answer is 0.41. So P of b is 0.41. Let us study the examples on coins. First example, two fair coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting at least one tail, at most one tail, or no tail. In this example, the random experiment is tossing of two fair coins. Okay, so we have S is equal to head head, head tail, tail head, TT, that is HH, HT, TH, TT. Therefore n of S is 4. 1 2 3 4. So n of S is 4. Let us take first one, at least one tail. First one, it is let A is equal to event of getting at least one tail. At least one tail. What is mean by at least one tail? One tail should be there. Minimum one tail should be there. So we can take more than one. Okay, we can take one or more than one. So it is, that is one tail or two tails. We have to take minimum one tail. We can take more than one tail also. So one tail or two tails. Therefore A is equal to, we have to select the options with one tail or two tails. Those are HT, TH and TT. HT, TH and TT. So n of A is 3 and P of A is n of A divided by n of S. It is 3 upon 4. Let C is equal to event that getting no tail. No tail means zero tails. So C is equal to, we have only one option. It is HH. So n of C is 1 and P of C is n of C divided by n of S. It is 1 upon 4. Next example. Three fair coins are tossed. Find the probability of getting one tail, two heads, at least two heads, at most two heads. Two heads appear in succession. Our experiment is three coins are tossed simultaneously. So S is equal to triple H, HHT, HTH, THH, HTT, THT, TTH and triple T. So n of S is 8 here. It means that when we are tossing three coins simultaneously, we have n of S is 8. Now take first one tail. Let A, it is event of getting one tail. So we have the outcomes. We have to select the outcomes where only one tail is there. Okay, so we have outcomes HHT, HTH and THH. There is only one T present in all the outcomes or in all the sample points. Okay, so n of A is 3, P of A is n of A divided by n of S. N of A is 3, n of S is 8, so answer is 3 upon 8. Let B, event of getting two heads. So we have to select the sample points where only two heads are present. So B is equal to HHT, HTH, THH. N of B is 3, now P of B is n of B divided by n of S. N of B is 3, n of S is 8, so answer is 3 upon 8. Let C is equal to event of getting at least two heads. At least two heads means minimum two heads should be there. We can take more than two heads also. So there are two options: two heads or three heads. So C is equal to triple H, HHT, THH, HTH. So n of C is 4 here. Now P of C is n of C divided by n of S. It is 4 upon 8. 4 upon 8. It is 1 upon 2. So P of C is 1 upon 2. Let D, it is equal to event of getting at most two heads. At most two heads means maximum two heads should be there. Maximum two heads should be there. It means that we can get 0 head, 1 head or 2 heads. So D is equal to HHT, HTH, THH, HTT, THT, TTH and triple T. So N of D is 7 here. Therefore P of D is N of D divided by N of S. It is 7 upon 8. So P of D is 7 upon 8. Let A is equal to event of getting two heads appear in succession. Two heads appear in succession means two successive heads should be there. Two successive heads should be there means only two successive heads should be there. Okay, not more than two. Only two successive heads should be there. So here are only two options, HHT and THH. We have one more option here, HHH. But here are three heads are in succession. We require only two heads appear in succession. So we have only two options here. Therefore N of E is 2, P of E is N of E divided by N of S. It is 2 upon 8 is equal to 1 upon 4. Therefore P of E is 1 upon 4.
But that's alright. Hush.